Brought to you by TGB Promotions and Showtime. We'll kick off the weigh-ins now with the opening fight on the three-bout telecast, scheduled for 10 rounds of action in the super welterweight division. We'll introduce our fighters both to the stage. First, out of the red corner, we'll welcome him up first from Fort Myers, Florida, Bryant Goodfella Perella.
This fight is opening up the Showtime broadcast tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern. You can see it in the back on the banner.
And now we'll welcome his opponent to the stage, making his U.S. debut. Please welcome Kevin Salgado.
Yeah, this is opening up the Showtime broadcast. Anybody else besides me have a athletic commission crush? Whoever this woman is on the left, that's my Nevada State Athletic Commission crush. She's been masked up for quite some time because of COVID restrictions, but she unmasked now. You get to see that beautiful face. Anyway, let me stop being a thirsty-ass fuckboy. On T-Street Controversy with Fight View 360.
And now from here in Las Vegas, Premier Boxing Champions presents the
Here, let's mute this. Tony Harrison versus Sergio Garcia is a very good fight. Tony Harrison fought Brian Perella, who's opening up the Showtime telecast. He fought Brian Perella. What was that? Did that end in a draw? But a lot of people felt that Tony Harrison had lost the fight. Wasn't it on PBC on Fox? He did lose his father, man. You know, that's just that goddess, the mister. Oh, anyway, here's Sergio Garcia. We'll talk about it after the fight and after the press conference. I mean, the weigh-in.
Former WBC world champion Tony Superbad Harrison.
Hey, like the video. We're not here doing this for my health, man. Or dislike it. That's your right.
And now first to the scale. Out of the red corner from Torrelavega, Cantabria, Spain, 33-1 as a pro, 14 knockouts. 152.6. 152.6 pounds for Garcia. Well under the 154-pound contracted weight. And now we welcome the fighter out of Detroit, Michigan, 28-3-1 with 21 knockouts as a professional.
Bro, I forgot how
153.4. 153.4 pounds for Superbad Tony Harrison.
Man. Dude's got a noggin on him.
Garcia ranked number 4 by the WBC. Harrison ranked number 5. A WBC world title eliminator. Again, the silver belt, as you see by the WBC, is on the line. Your co-main event tomorrow night on Showtime. Brought to you by TGP Promotions and Samson Boxing.
He fought Sebastian Fundora.
Give it up once again for Sergio
on the undercard of
Garcia, Tony
versus Cruz.
Harrison.
Or was it Thurman Barrios? I don't remember. Tony Harrison, former
and now, ladies and gentlemen, here
WBC champion.
In Las Vegas,
2 fights with Jamel Charlo.
Tomorrow night at the theater at Virgin Hotels Las Vegas, presented by Premier Boxing Champions and brought to you by TGB Promotion and Samson Boxing. The main event of the evening, 12 rounds of boxing for the interim WBC Super Welterweight Championship. We'll welcome first to the stage, again, out of the red corner. Please welcome, out of Coachella, California, the towering Inferno, Sebastian Fundora.
I told you I think he's going to be tomorrow. Every fight is a different
And now we'll welcome the fighter out of the blue corner to the stage, the former title challenger, Erickson Hammer Lubin.
They're going to say that he's 6'7" tomorrow, but nearly 6'8", Sebastian Fundora. I can hear Moro Ronaldo now.
First up to the scale, we'll welcome the undefeated fighter at 18-0-1, bringing 12 wins by knockout. Ranked number 2 by the WBC. Out of Coachella, please welcome once again the 6'5.5" towering Inferno, Sebastian Fundora.
He was 6'6" yesterday.
152.8 pounds.
That man is skin and bones.
152.8 for Fundora. And now we welcome his
It's different when
opponent.
you've seen it on like a YouTube video, but see him in person, that boy's sticking
Near
bones.
perfect at 24-117. Wins by knockout. The former title challenger, Erickson Hammer Lubin. 153.2. 153.2 pounds for Hammer.
Loving this fight. This needs to be a coming out party for both of these fighters. Erickson Lubin, he's finally here. Final WBC eliminator. He'll be the mandatory for Charlo Castano winner, even though he won't get them right away. Maybe if one moves up, he'll fight for a vacant title if he beats Fundora. Same for Fundora.
Tomorrow night in the main event, live on Showtime from here, the theater at Virgin Hotels, Las Vegas. Again, 12 rounds scheduled. It'll be for the vacant or interim WBC Super Welterweight Championship. The number 2 ranked contender versus the number 1 ranked WBC contender. Again, the main event is set. Once again, give it up for the towering Inferno, Sebastian Fundora and Erickson Hammer Lubin.
It's crazy. You know, we got to beat that body. Got to work the body.
Again, the main event is set. Southpaw versus Southpaw for the interim WBC Super Welterweight Championship tomorrow night from the theater at Virgin Hotels, Las Vegas. Catch the action, of course, live on Showtime. We thank you for joining us here for the official weigh-ins presented by Premier Boxing Champions and brought to you by TGB Promotions, Samson Boxing, and Showtime. We'll see you tomorrow night live on Showtime. Championship.
So let's talk. Erickson Lubin has had a tough, I can't say tough, because these guys he was expected to win. So remember, he got knocked out brutally into a punch, a lot of people want to see it's a lucky punch, once in a lifetime type punch, but at the end of the day, he got knocked out. I was there ringside. Then he had a dark match against the build of the confidence against the Silvera Ortiz. Ishe Smith put him in there against the veteran. Zachariah Atu, Nathan Gallimore, then put him in there. Then they put him in there against a former title contender in Terrell Goucher, went the distance. Then he fought Jason Rosario, got his bell rung a little bit, but nonetheless stopped Jason Rosario in 6 brutally. Now he's fighting Sebastian Fundora, the Tower Inferno. He had to run into him because both of these guys are targeting the same thing. It's a final eliminator to be the mandatory challenger for the WBC title that's currently held by Jermell Charlo, who also holds the IBF and the WBA. Now, Brian Castano, WBO champion, if he was to beat Charlo, I can see him staying at 147 and Lubin possibly getting his shot, Lubin or Fundora. I guess I can go ahead and say that I got Lubin winning. But I'm not really confident because, fighting somebody like Sebastian Fundora, even though Sergio Garcia was able to get to him, you would think that Lubin is more fundamentally sound than Sergio Garcia. Sergio Garcia is good, by the way. I got him over Tony Harrison. Dude is not a joke. However, Tony Harrison has been having some shit going on. He lost his father, and inconsistency. And I'm on the fence. I just don't think he got it left anymore. I just don't think he got it. Now, Sergio Garcia, last fight against Sebastian Fundora, 113, 115. I don't remember. Somebody let me know. Those cards, like that 115, 113 makes sense, doesn't it? Because I don't remember seeing a 118, 110 or 117, 111. I don't remember, it being that wide. But either way, you still have to overcome that height of Sebastian Fundora. That right there is just, a battle in itself. Now, Fundora, this is the type of loss that if he takes, even though he's had some issues, where's he at, Fundora? That if he takes, he has a better chance of rebuilding than Lubin, in my personal opinion. Because if Lubin loses, it's like, bro, what do? You not only did you get knocked out, but then you lost to, like a fight where you're really supposed to shine and start, and push yourself back into world title contention. to where Fundora, 18-0-1, 12 KOs, 24 years old, I think he can take this loss and learn from it and come back possibly with a newer trainer and be like, all right, cool. Is this trainer his father? I don't remember. Him and his sister. And then, come back and and be like, I learned from the Lubin what I should do. I need to fight taller. That's been my issue with him. He doesn't fight like a guy that's supposed to be 6'13". You see what I'm saying? A lot of times he's hunched over, and the fact that since he's hunched over, you would think that he would protect the body more, but he doesn't. So to look at the rankings, let's break it down for you. The 154-pound division. So follow me. You got Charlo Castano 2 taking place May the 14th. Same day as Mayweather's fight in pay-per-view. Bullshit, Mayweather. You got Bakram Murtazaliev, who is the IBF mandatory. He just fought on the undercard in the dark match of Tim Tszyu versus Terrell Goucher. He is next in line. The winner of Charlo Castano, before they have a third fight, no matter how it goes, they have to fight Bakram Murtazaliev. He is it. He is the one. Then after that, the next mandatory will be Tim Tszyu, WBO. And then the winner of Fundora versus Lubin. And then the WBA, the winner of Israel Madrimov versus Michelle Soro. So even right now, the winner of Lubin Fundora is not going to get a title shot. So that's why I think that the winner should fight the winner of Tony Harrison, Sergio Garcia. Kind of like Dillian Whyte had to do, fight, quality top talent, until you're able to get your title shot. Or, Tim Tszyu. I'm not saying that Lubin, here's what I feel. I don't feel that Tim Tszyu is going to fight, a fighter like Murtazaliev or Lubin or any of those guys going to fight each other, because they're going to preserve their mandatory shot. And that's what a manager is probably going to tell you to do. Unless there's some real huge money left on the table. But in the meantime, these guys are going to need fights. And that's some of the burden of having an undisputed champion for the other fighters in the division. You really got to wait your turn. And in the meantime, you got to really not only fight, but make sure you're keeping up quality competition. And if it's not Tony Harrison, Sebastian Fundora, if it's not Tony Harrison, Sergio Garcia, Bakram Murtazaliev, Tim Tszyu, Magomed Kurbanov, Pekka Teixeira is over there. He's fighting tomorrow also as well, over on the YouTube portion of Ryan Garcia versus Emmanuel Tegu. Then who? I don't want to see him fight a Brandon Adams. Maybe they pull Jared Swift Hurd out of nowhere, because look, he's right there, bottom, at the very bottom. It's going to be interesting to see where the winner is going to go. But overall, I am going with Erickson Lubin. If he loses, it's going to be, some big issues. And then I'm going with Sergio Garcia over Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison, as I said, lost his pop on a year layoff. Didn't look good in that last fight. A lot of people felt he lost, but he was gifted a draw. Then before that, he had a significant layoff after Charlo, but that's when he lost his pop. I don't know, bro. Like I'm telling you, I've been covering Sergio Garcia for years now. Watching him fighting Gregory Turnell, Pablo Mendoza, Sergey Rabchenko. I've been covering these fights, bro. Dude ain't no joke. Like, he can fight. He's got high activity. Ted Cheeseman. We'll see. I'm T-Street Controversy with Fight View 360. We're going to see you guys tomorrow after the fights. In the morning, I'm going to be here covering the Golovkin fight. If you want to be up during the live stream, I'm going to be doing live fight commentary. The main event starts at 8:10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, you have Ryan Garcia versus Tegu, and then you have UFC 273 and Michaela Mayer versus Jennifer Hahn, and the return of the twin brothers Maloney. Thanks for watching. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe, and T-Street Controversy with 5 360.